first sleeper in the 2023 NBA draft for the Detroit Pistons is a forward by the name of Gregory Jackson. Now, Gregory Jackson is incredibly young. He will be 18 years old on draft night. He will actually be 18 years old. He will turn 19 years old 2 months into the NBA season. That's how young Gregory Jackson is. And I wrote an article on Pistons Powered if you guys want to check it out, and doing some research on him. 6'9" forward, shot 38% from the field for South Carolina, 32% from three. So the efficiency isn't great, 67% from the free throw line. Averaged 15 points a game, 6 rebounds, about 3 turnovers, and didn't even average an assist. Now, we're going to get into kind of the concerns I have with him in a little bit. But yeah, for Gregory Jackson, I don't know if he's going to be drafted in 2023. He could stay another year in college and be drafted in 2024. I would think if he does stay another year, he's probably going to be a top 5 pick next year. But, I mean, if I'm the Pistons, I'm seriously taking a look at him at number 5 because I really love his fit with this young core. And I think with Gregory Jackson in particular, it's really going to be a test, for Troy Weaver and for the Pistons, and even Tom Gores for that matter. How patient can this team really be? Are they going to get impatient and try to speed up this rebuild and make a trade, maybe trade the number 5 pick for a win-now player, or sign some guys that are going to help them win next year in free agency? Gregory Jackson is not a win-now player. He's the youngest player in the draft. He's a project player, and I really want the Pistons to draft him. He's honestly becoming my favorite pick at number 5. And is he going to be good his first year? No. But I think long-term, who has the biggest upside at number 5, I think he can be a borderline all-star. And the reason I say that is, let's look at his offensive game. He's great with the ball in his hands. He's a guy that can play on the perimeter. He's a guy you can put the ball in his hands, and he can make shots for himself. He can create shots for others. That's really wild to see from him. His ball handling ability, his ability to get to the rim and finish at 6'9" and just 18 years old. He's only going to get better at that. And I think, yeah, you want guys that can shoot around Caden Ivey, obviously, but you also need a third ball handler, a third guy to create offense and make life easier for Caden Ivey. That can be Gregory Jackson. And at the forward position, I think that's really valuable. So that, to me, is his biggest strength, is his ability to create his own shot. He shot a lot of mid-range shots. He's very comfortable taking those shots. He has really good footwork in the mid-range. Only shot 30% on off-the-dribble shots, so that's obviously where he's going to need to improve on. But I think he can. 32% from 3, obviously he's going to have to improve there as well. But I think he can be a solid 3-point shooter in the league. What really intrigues me is just his ability to create his own offense. I don't really have a player comparison in mind for him. One guy that came to mind is Jaren Jackson Jr., but that's not really a good comparison because he's not the defender that Jaren Jackson Jr. is. But offensively, I mean, again, is he ever going to be a 20 points per game scorer? No, but I think he could be a really solid, really efficient, 15 to 16 point per game scorer. And yeah, if the 3-point shooting comes along, he's a really good fit next to Jalen Duren. He's a guy that's going to be able to create some offense. And yeah, I really like his upside. Now, do the Pistons take him at number 5? I could see why a lot of people say that's a reach. Maybe the Pistons trade back. I would be really open for them doing what the Detroit Lions did and trading back maybe to the 10th pick, the 12th pick. Gregory Jackson could very well still be there. But he's a sleeper pick, and he's a patient pick. He's one of those work in progress guys, I think. And defensively, listen, he wasn't great defensively in college. I wouldn't be too worried about that. Like I said, he's only 18 years old. He's going to get better on that end. So I wouldn't look too much into his defense. He has the tools to be a good defender. He's 6'9", 215 pounds. He's going to get stronger. Like I said, he's 18. He's not going to be done growing for another couple of years. If he really fills into his body, he could be a really good defender who could defend, the 3 through 5 position. And again, if he gets stronger, he's just going to become a better finisher at the rim. And the only other concerns I would really have with his game would be his playmaking ability and his decision making. He wasn't a good decision maker. Like I said, he averaged 3 turnovers a game, didn't even average a single assist. Obviously, that's something he's going to have to work on. But you could also take into account if he plays with NBA talent. In college, we see it a lot of guys in college, they're not playing with NBA talent, so they're not passing the ball as much. But when he gets into an NBA system, when he's got guys that he can rely on, that he can kick the ball out to and have faith that they're going to knock down the three, maybe his playmaking can get better, but that's definitely an improvement that needs to be made for Gregory Jackson. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about Gregory Jackson on the Detroit Pistons. I think he's a really, really intriguing player. He's so young too, and I really want the Pistons to take a chance on this kid. I think upside is there, and if everything, comes together for him, if he gets stronger, if he becomes a more efficient shooter, defensively, I'm not too worried about him defensively. I think defensively is just effort and learning the game, and I think he's just so young. Yeah, and like him and Jalen Duren as a front court pairing, I think complement each other so well. They're both so young. They're going to learn from each other, grow with each other. So yeah, Gregory Jackson is a really, really intriguing prospect. I think a lot of Pistons fans should look at going into the 2023 NBA draft.